This is Cody. This is one of the dogs that we seized from a fighting case. The afternoon we entered the property, there were a number of deceased dogs that were still chained up that had clearly been there a while. And I remember seeing this guy, and he was laying on the ground, wasn't moving. He was absolutely emaciated. And I thought he was dead. And he barely lifted his head up. And I don't know how he survived. I mean, he couldn't even walk. He was so weak and so dehydrated. His eyes were crossed. Oh, buddy. Like I said, this was where dogs had been used for fighting purposes. A lot of times these dogs are inbred continuously so that they can be used for fighting. They're inbred so that they're a little bit off. And Cody, he is a little bit off. He is. And he'll kill any animal that he gets near. I've seen what he's capable of. And he is a true fighting dog. That's what he was bred to do. That's what he was trained to do. It's not his fault. But I know that we can't let him be out in society because of how dangerous he is. Yes, he's being sweet to me, but I've cared for him. And it just sucks because we get these dogs that have been treated horribly, and we hold them for these court cases, and then in the end they end up having to be put down, and it's unfair all the way around, because it's not the dog's fault. He doesn't know that he's doing anything wrong. This is what he was trained to do. This is what he was bred to do. And he's sweet to me, but if I intervene when he goes after something, he's fully capable of redirecting, and I've seen that. And so he's basically, when we do this, a lot of times, especially with these guys, you don't have an option. The only thing you can do is we get them, and we get them healthy and spend time with them and show them what love is, and make sure that they have at least some good in their life before they have to be euthanized. And it sucks because you get attached to them. I'd much rather euthanize the people that do this stuff to these dogs. It's just not fair. But it's also not fair for me to put him out in society knowing how dangerous he is, knowing what he's capable of. If he goes and kills somebody's animal, kills somebody's child, he's capable. He's a compact little dog, but he's like a little ox. I mean, he is so incredibly strong, it's crazy. And this is what he was literally born and raised and trained to do. I just don't get it. I don't understand how people could be so cruel. It's like setting your dog up for failure. because all you're gonna be doing is fighting them until they're torn up, and if they do win, no matter what, it's sick, and it is cruel. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. He's covered in scars. His face has been torn up. His legs, his ears, his chest. Hey, buddy. I'll never understand. I know it's about money and about power, but it's so incredibly cruel. It's just not right. And then you have people that are there to try to pick up the pieces and try to help these animals, and sometimes you can't help them. You can only do so much for those animals, and then it's not safe. It's not safe to keep them, and it's not fair to keep them pinned up in a little cage, you know, in a kennel where they can't run and play, and that's not fair either. There's no easy answer. I just wish people would stop breeding them for the purposes of fighting, and stop training them, and stop being so selfish. Because that's what it is. It's selfish. And it's cruel. This dog has no idea that he's done anything wrong. And if I could keep them all forever, I would. But we can't. We get them and we make sure that they're cared for and loved, and that they're no longer in fear, they're no longer in pain, they're no longer hungry, thirsty, and that they're loved. But we can only do that for so long, and then we have to let them go. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't have him near my dogs. Some of these dogs will literally try to eat through cinder block walls to try to get at one another. I just wanted to make a video because I want people to see these dogs and just remember them. I don't want them to just die and there's nothing comes out of their life. It's not fair. Sorry. I mean, if his story encourages somebody not to breed these dogs, not to go and use them for fighting, or, you know, to speak up and report somebody you know that's doing this kind of thing, or to even support our organization, support Valiant Animal Rescue and Relief. This is the part that people don't see. This is the stuff that we have to deal with that isn't easy. It's not easy at all, and it hurts. I love what I do, but this part is really hard because these are all lives and they don't know any better. It's just not right. So I wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to meet this guy, and I'm going to try to do this with a number of them. Hi. So Cody's favorite things are, he loves boxes of stuff like this. He will want to know what's in this box. He loves boxes. and he loves bags. If you're carrying a bag, he has to get it, and he has to rip into it and see what's in it. If there's a box, you can see he got into this before I was even starting. What are you doing? He's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Yeah? He's a good boy? I know. He's a good boy? Yeah? I know. Oh, excuse you. Alright. Well, thanks, y'all. Again, it's Michelle and Cody with Valiant Animal Rescue and Relief.